Hey guys, welcome back to Pavalauda, and welcome back to Café Enchanté. We are on Eel's route. Eel had a panic attack after Coultonnet had pulled out this feather that she had found at the scene of a crime, and he was not doing well whatsoever. So Connus, being the kind soul that he is, brought Eel back up to his room, and maybe we'll find out what the heck is going on. Let's get right into it. Timing right when Connus opened the door, I take the opportunity to leap inside alone. I shut the door. Then I place a powerful barrier on it to ward off any guests.
何をするイル？容体が落ち着くまで、せめて一人はそばについていなければ。
大丈夫です。大丈夫ですから。
Oh my god, Eel!
今はどうか一人にしてください。
Perhaps out of heeding my begging, I hear Connus's footsteps grow faint as he walked away. Without turning on the lights, I clutch my chest once more and sit feebly on the floor.
あの羽はどうしてあんなものが人間界に。まさか他の天使が私を探しに。
Calm down, it's simply a coincidence. I desperately tell myself as if letting down my guard will stop my breathing. However, what if it's not a coincidence? What if the angels are related to the mysterious disappearances? And if by chance they come in contact with Enchanté? If Coultonnet becomes involved, the girl who adores my smiling face, and my identity, what if they tell her? I ponder the future in a panic. I can tell I've gone pale without looking in the mirror. What entered my view was the presence of a certain thing in this room. Here, finally, truly at last, I realize that I've committed a terrible blunder.
そうだ。あの作品を彼女が遊ぶということは、私の正体を。
I can't see my own face, but I touch my cold hand, my cheek. My trembling fingertips check the parts composing my face one by one, above the eyelids, the cheeks, and the mouth. What do I look like right now? What kind of face am I making? Isn't it distorted? Isn't something missing? Coultonnet says she likes my smiling face. Then,
この笑顔が偽物だと知られたら。
no. No more need for assumptions. Without reason, my head says such a warning. First, I must take countermeasures in response to the current crisis. To do that,
思考しなければ、いつもの私に戻れるように。
So Eel has multiple personalities? Or something? Or he has an identity crisis? After that, I tried visiting Eel's room several times with Mazir and the others, but for some reason he staunchly refuses anyone entry, so we can't even see his condition. For the time, until Eel calms down, we entrusted the mysterious disappearance investigation to Rendo. It's late. Mazir's gone to the demon world. Connus and Ignis went out shopping for things possibly useful to nurse Eel. As for me, it's been a while, but I opened the book Grandpa left me. A section on angels. Here it is. I trace along the letters with my finger, following the text and illustrations. Envoys of God, a race brimming with benevolence, watchers over humanity. Huh. That's not too far from the image I've always had of them. In that case, it seemed unlikely that such beings would get wrapped up in kidnappings. but seeing how an angel's feather was left at the scene, it can't be a coincidence. And moreover, I'm concerned about Eel's terrified reaction. Oh. I noticed my game console left forgotten on top of the table. That's right, I left it in sleep mode. I can't really focus like this. I should power it off completely. As the thought comes to mind, I reach for the game console. But the moment I wake it from sleep mode, the otome game I was playing before begins to play automatically. Oh right, I had it on auto mode. Before I can press the stop button. They do talk, like, very similarly. It's weird. The mysterious young man's line plays. Ah, right. The heroine had been attacked by an animal in the forest and he had saved her. As I switch the power off, I think to myself, the more I play, the more I see Eel in this guy. It went beyond a surface observation. His expressions, tones, even remarks. Wait, could he be copying this character out of respect because he likes him so much, maybe? It wouldn't know for sure without asking, but that seems like something he would do. How like Eel. I put the game and book away on the shelf and psych myself up a little. For now, maybe I'll make a float or something to help soothe Eel's nerves. As I think this and exit my room, right when I descend to the second floor, I come across Eel emerging out from his own room. Eel! Are you feeling better?
はい、どうにか心配をかけてしまい申し訳ありません。
Eel's tone as he speaks has mellowed completely. His breathing also looks steady. Considering how shaken up he was, I thought it would take a long time for him to calm down, but... Hey, do you mind if I ask, what got you so shaken up earlier? He tilts his head at me. It seems Eel was already anticipating that I would ask it. He makes a small nod and then answers in a low bellow.
私は打天使ですから。普通の天使に見つかり捕まるとお仕置きというか再教育のようなことをされてしまうのです。
God. Punish you? It was an ominous statement. But seeing how frightened Eel was, there's no mistake it's a severe punishment. I see. But I don't want to pry too much, only to disturb him once again. For now, I'll just be content that Eel is so lively again.
ことね、少しよろしいですか？例のゲームですが、今どこまで？
A ringtone goes off, interrupting his question. Oh, that's me. Sorry, just a second. I thought it would be Rindo calling after returning to the GPM. But the name displayed on the screen belongs to an unexpected person. Hello? It's the cheerful voice of my old friend, with whom I'd reunited the other day. Her voice is a little on the loud side, so I'm sure Eel, who stood right next to me, could hear her. No worries, I just happened to be on break. What's up? Huh? Come through where? Wait, right now? I hurriedly check the clock in my console's home menu. 9 p.m. The faint woman's scream I heard that night reverberates through my head. You shouldn't! Didn't you see the news? There's been a mysterious disappearance close to here. Oh my god. Oh god. Wait! The disappearances aren't a hoax! My desperate persuasion goes in vain and the call ends. With that incident yesterday, the worst possibility fills my head and I can't speak.
会話の内容からして通話相手はあなたと親しい人間なのですね。
I nod frantically. Eel appears just a little indecisive for a moment, then...
では今すぐ彼女を迎えに行きましょう。何かが起きようと起きまいと先に保護してしまえば良い話です。
Right! There's no point in standing around! I send word by SNS to Canis and the others, since it wastes time to wait for their return. Then I dash out into the night town along with Eel. Oh boy. Eel promptly determines the shortest route from our hotel to the shop and leads the way. Following that path, we run along in search of her. Where could she be? Don't tell me she already... The moment I think that... Oh god!
捕まってください。一気に悲鳴の出所へと飛びます。
Without waiting for my answer, Eel holds my body and takes flight. The complex interweaving alleys are no obstacle to him flying in the air. He finds the silhouette right away. Still supported by Eel, we make a soft landing. At the same time, Eel returns to the form he usually lives as, at the end of his stern gaze. She's collapsed limply on the ground. Several shadows encircled her. Oh shit! Angels! Moreover, unlike Eel, their wings were pure white. And they are much smaller than eels, I think, too, right? I don't know. Is this what angels really looked like? Right, Eel, are you okay? I recalled his panic in the morning and hurriedly look over to check.
問題ありません。さすがにこの状況で動揺するわけにもいかないでしょう。
As he says this, Eel faces straight at the angels.
問いましょう。かつての同胞たちよ。一体なぜ人間界に、そしてなぜ人間たちの誘拐など。
Eel's definitely got the looks, in comparison to these randos.
もしやあのお方の命令で。期待はしていませんでしたが、やはり何も答えませんか。
肯定しよう。
Damn, he has a much deeper voice than I expected. The angels were silent the whole time, but the man in the center finally speaks.
あのお方はこの世界にも信託を下し、救済されることをご決断なされた。
Oh, the Oracle.
落ち天使よ。お前も本来の役目に戻り、あのお方のご意志を叶えるがよい。
I pause, wondering what they mean. But as I turn, I see a beam of light draws a magic circle around my friend. Before I can say anything,
させません。
suddenly light flies by like the wind and pierces the wing of one of the angels. When I look over and around Eel in graceful stance, several magic circles of dazzling light and forms of crosses have appeared.
ことで、戦闘の前に確認を。
I like rarely see Eel fight, so this is actually amazing. Like, holy crap.
周囲への被害を最小限にとどめ、かつ友人に傷をつけない状態で奪還すれば良いのですね。
Can you do that?
可能ですとも。
With a smile. Countless arrows of light fly out of the magic circles in all directions. He takes aim at the angels scattered about and shoots them all at once. The arrows instantly hit several of the angels and slam their bodies into the ground. Upon seeing this, the remaining angels attempt to flee.
人間たちに、いいえ、琴音の心に害を与えている以上、多少のダメージは覚悟しなさい。
Oh god. Without a single pause, Eel activates his second attack. With even more speed than before, the sharp weapons of light illuminate the gloomy alleyway. Wrecked. Regardless of by air or land, the angels who tried to flee are mercilessly shot in the wings and legs. With a flutter, a countless number of battered feathers fall to the dirty ground. and one beat later, all the angels feebly dropped to the ground.
やはり加減をすると大したダメージは与えられませんね。
I think it's more than enough. But it's true. While the angels are unconscious, none of their wounds seem fatal. Maybe this is Eel's mercy.
さて、一段落しましたし。
Soon. With a leisurely pace unthinkable after a battle, Eel advances along the night road. He heads towards the angel right in front of my friend, kneeling and unable to move.
そちらの女性を返してもらいましょうか。
With a gentle smile that could be taken as friendly, Eel doesn't wait for the angel's reply and extends his hand towards her. But before his delicate fingers reach her, woo, this is your Puffalauda trigger warning. So, upcoming, we have some very disturbing imagery and some blood. So, if you don't want to see that stuff, please skip to the time shown on the screen. And if you are okay with handling this kind of thing, then just prepare yourself a little bit because it's quite shocking. From far in the night sky, light comes flying down like a shooting star.
おや
Oh, in the alley's melancholy air, Eel, with his pure white skin, has his right arm sliced off. What? What? Trigger warning! Trigger warning! The splashing sound of flowing, falling blood. With the smell of iron, the cut-off arm falls into the center of the puddle. The white sleeve cut along with it slowly soaks into a red color. As if though waiting for this opportunity, the collapsed angels disappear into surges of light. However, right now, more important than that... Eel? I want to believe this is a dream. With a trembling body, I fearfully look at Eel. But no matter how many times I look, below his right elbow, there's nothing. Just dripping red. I scream with no voice. First aid, contact everyone. I need to do something. As I toil with indecision, watching the tragedy unfold before my eyes, my body won't do what I tell it to.
油断しましたね。離れた場所に光栄がいましたか。丁寧に転送の下準備までして。
However, he himself seemed totally unconcerned.
それにしても、よりによって利き腕を飛ばすとは不便ではないですか。
He sighs in a somewhat pouty way. Using his left arm and the rest of his body, Eel carries my friend over to me. He totally ignores the angels who fled and his own injury. Drip, drip. Blood still drips from his severed right arm.
はい、どうぞ。約束通り無傷で取り戻しましたよ。
He looks happy about it. With an innocent smile, he holds her out to me. Sure, of course I'm happy she's safe, but... Eel... My breaths are trembling. How could he... Despite such a wound, despite bleeding so much, smile like he normally would?
どうしましたことね。もしや人違いではありませんよね。
Everything was the matter. Eel, your arm! And you're bleeding!
この程度の傷であればすぐに修復できますが。
But doesn't it hurt? We need to hurry and stop the bleeding!
いえ、ですからすぐに治りますよ。
The conversation goes in circles and I'm the one to lose. The moment the choking smell of blood from his body reaches me. Oh... My vision goes blurry. I know I shouldn't at a time like this, but I just can't stop it. Tears start spilling from my eyes. I'm sorry, Eel. It's all because I told her about Enchanté in the first place. Because of me, you've been hurt. As I cry and apologize, Eel lowers my friend to the ground and starts to babble in confusion.
待ってください。どうしてあなたがこの程度のことで泣くのです？きちんと友人を取り戻したのですよ。今回は失敗もせず、周囲に被害も与えていません。私は喜んでくれると、笑ってくれると思ったのに、なぜ？
After going silent for a while, Il moves his uninjured arm, or left arm, and grasps my hand. He gives me a warm, reassuring smile.
心配しないでください。この程度の怪我、あなたのことを思えば大したものではありません。
It's the same as the dude on the fucking thing. I don't like it. Oh, I hate it. Oh, I hate that. That voice and that smile. It was uncanny. Wait. Without doubt, it played out exactly as it had in the Otome game. It was practically the same line. I shiver. A strange chill runs up my back. Regardless of how fond he was of him, copying it out of respect, even in a situation like this, is kind of lame. Il, are you? Suddenly, strength leaves Il's neck. Il! I hurriedly call to him as he hangs his head, losing consciousness. So you really were just forcing yourself? That wound must hurt. I was an idiot for thinking about Otome games in a situation like this. The details can wait for later. I need to prioritize stopping his bleeding. I reach for his torn garment, thinking it could be useful to bind his wound. Huh? In a soft voice, Il starts muttering something.
ダメージを確認。肉体損傷 10% を超過。自己再生プログラムを起動。
Oh god, he is a robot.
霊力の代替エネルギーとして地下の流脈より気を組み上げ変換。肉体の再構築を開始します。
The fuck? What? Il's body is engulfed in a silver light. To protect my eyes from the glare, my eyelids ignore my will and forcibly seal off my vision. Several seconds later, I sense the light has faded and fearfully open my eyes. There, I see Il looking down at his perfectly healed right arm. When I look over, his right arm and the blood pooled on the ground have vanished without a trace. However, despite his wound being healed, his facial expression is still one of unease.
ことね、今私は何か妙な発言をしていませんでしたか？
I couldn't answer at all, but my silence was taken as an answer to his question. Il is shaken by that strange occurrence being seen. I can tell to a painful degree. I'm scared. This is a horror game. I'm so scared. Afterwards, Ignis and the others who saw my message came rushing over. Thanks to Rindo dealing with the matter, my friend who was almost taken by the angels is brought to the hospital. As for Il, whose right arm was cut off, despite being fully healed, Ignis and the others threw him into an empty room for treatment and told him to rest in bed. The whole time, he and I didn't exchange a single word. Yikes.
なるほど。本当に天界の天使たちが誘拐事件の犯人だったとはね。
天の使いが人さらいね。天界っつうのはそんなろくでもねえ場所なのか？
しかし。
All the regulars, excluding Mazir, who was in the demon world, were conscious of Il. I admit everything I can remember about what happened at the time as they sat attentively.
天使たちがイルに誘拐の協力を促したというのは間違いないのか？
I nod without saying a word. With my response, Rindo sighs deeply.
何が目的かはわからないけど、しばらくはイルの動向をきちんと監視する必要があるかな。
Rindo, that's... I can understand what he means. As the person who monitors Enchanté, if any of the non-humans act strangely, Kaoru Rindo must act accordingly, as per his duty as member of GPM.
我もまさかとは思うが、天界と天使、その双方には謎が多いのも事実。林道の懸念は最もだろう。
下手すりゃあいつが自覚してねえっつうパターンもあり得るしな。
That Il is being used somehow by the angels? After nodding, Ignis starts to run his hand through his hair.
つか、今まで意識してこなかったけどよ。 そもそもあいつなんで人間界に完全に居ついてんだ。打天使だから追われてるっつっても、あいつの実力なら大抵のやつはぶっ飛ばせるだろ。
Wait, Ignis, you don't know?
ああ、アンシャンテはそのあたり互いに不干渉ってか気にしねえのが暗黙のルールだったからな。そこんとこどうなんだよカヌス。ここの最古さんはお前だろ。
それなのだが、我もまたお前と同様にイルの事情や初来天地のことを何も知らぬのだ。気づいた時には存在していたとしか説明できん。
はあ？
With Conus's remarks, everyone's eyes opened wide.
当時アンシャンテに来店していた人外は我とミシェルの2人のみだったのだが、我には一時長期にわたりメディオへと帰還していた時期があってな。そこから戻ってきたら
ああ、カヌスおかえり。ほら、君も挨拶しなよ。
はじめまして。あなたもこの店の常連なのですね。私はイルファドでリエと申します。
ミシェルと共に当然のようにカウンターに座るイルの姿があったのだ。
Maybe we should ask Mazir. I see now. No wonder he doesn't know anything. That means Il came to the shop while Conus was away. Does that mean Grandpa and Mazir were the ones to welcome him?
いや、振り返ればイルはあまりに早くこの店に馴染んだように思う。アンシャンテにもともといた彼の存在に我が気がついていなかったという線もあり得るな。
何にせよイル本人と当時のことを知ってるミシェルに話を聞かねえと始まらねえな。
That's right. Kaim. Angels. I'd never made the connection before, but now it was all clearing up. However, what was that strange condition Il was in before? That reminds me, the other angels spoke in a similar way. There was no tone to their voice. I always had a divine, dignified image of angels in my mind. What exactly are angels? And we're gonna stop here. Dun-dun-dun! We don't know. I'm freaked out. Oh my god. It's literally a horror game. I don't know what's happening. I don't know why Il... Like, who is Il? What is Il? Is Il, like, a robot? Is Il... I don't understand. Well, next episode. What is Il? We're probably gonna solve that, hopefully.